Welcome back to the eSports Report. Mr. X here in the New York City studios today. Going to be joined by Dedo of ISO Empire. Dedo, how's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. You had a pretty successful day yesterday. Tell us, a little bit about the run. I know the tournament started pretty early, ended kind of late. Just kind of recap what went on with you guys yesterday.
Yeah, I kind of don't remember the order of the teams we played. I think it was XGN in round 2. We ended up 3-0ing them. Next was, I believe,
Enigma.
Enigma 6. Yeah, they beat Denial. We beat them 2-0. They didn't want to do a best of 5, so we played best of 3. Ended up taking that 2-0. And then we went against Nation, Optic Nation. Went up 2-0. They were up 4 flags on the CTF. We came back and won by an OT with 20. We capped the first flag in 26 seconds and ended up taking that series 3-0 as well. And then after that, we played FaZe. We knew it was going to be a tough match. Yeah. Obviously, that team's really, really, really good. So we played them. Went down 0-1. S&D on the recap. Everyone's seen the crazy 2-piece by Lamagod. That was insane. And then we ended up taking that map 6-5. And ended up taking the series 3-2. It went to last map. We won 6-4. And we just ended up clutching up as a team. It was something we haven't really done lately. And I'm thankful it was in the 10K. But then we played Optic in finals, and they kind of blew us out of the water.
Yeah, I know. The finals wasn't as close probably as you would have wished. I mean, you guys win game 2, but fantastic run the rest of the tournament, pretty much 3-0ing everybody. For all the new people, kind of following you on this new team, tell us a little bit about some of your new teammates.
Teammates are GodRx, Lamagod, and Havoc is Lethal, or just Havoc, whatever you want to call him. They're all young talent. I played against Lamagod at Columbus when the game first released. He was on DT. Havoc, never heard of the kid, never played with the kid, and I just gave him a shot, and it ended up working. GodRx, I played against him in a couple 2Ks when I was on SB. He did really well, and I had the opportunity to start teaming with him, so I said, you know what, I'm just going to try it. No league teams want me, no pro teams want me, so I'm just going to give it a shot, and I ended up scrimming with them. We did really well, went to a 2K. Didn't do as well, but I could see the talent. It's a new team, so I knew everything would work out in the end as long as, I can give them some guidance. I know the young talent, they don't really, they kind of do their own thing, and they don't really, I don't know how to explain it. I just need to give them some, like a path to follow, and I think their talent will take them a long way.
No, we were talking a little bit during the commercial break. Both of us, talking about some of the new players coming into the scene. Definitely think this is a year that a lot of new players are going to come up and make a huge impact. And touching a little bit on that, compared to strictly business, what are the upsides you see with this team? I think probably tons of new talent that you can kind of mold, I would assume, right?
Yeah, of course. With SB, I mean, I don't want to sound cocky, but every pro player to an extent has their ego, myself included. So when you have a team with big heads, sort of say, everyone's going to clash at some point. And I think that one of the cons with this new talent, this younger talent team, they kind of look up to me in a sense. They expect me to guide them, like I said. So I think everybody being on the same page and, everyone listening and getting along, going over criticism, stuff like that, it goes a long way. Less arguments, less fights, stuff like that.
Right. And then I know you go into the 10K with Nelson playing for GodRx. How'd you feel going into the 10K and then coming out of it? What are the future plans for this ISO squad? What events are you guys going to be attending?
Okay, so going into the 10K, it was kind of, we couldn't find anybody and nobody wanted to play us the night before Saturday night. We woke up Sunday, I was like, we got to get somebody. I'm playing the tournament, we have to for Pool Play Cali. And they were throwing out some names, and I kind of disagreed with all of them, and they ended up wanting Nelson, and I kind of just went with it. I was like, as long as he doesn't suck, we should do well. And then he ended up turning up. He really showed up. I didn't expect us to get to finals, but we did. And as far as events go with Isolation, I plan on attending as many as possible. I mean, they're a really nice org. They're like, they're really family. So future events, all of them.
Yeah, I think probably the next one, UMG California, in the Ontario event. I think that's the next open one for a lot of the teams going. But a little bit more about the 10K yesterday. Outside of Optic Gaming, I know FaZe pretty much your toughest opponents. Who else really came out, kind of shocked you a little bit? Enigma 6 been upsetting a lot of teams. How difficult was that match to get by?
The Enigma 6 match was fairly easy. We played on their host. We knew that they were going to take the hard point if we took 2 maps, so we ended up giving them the hard point. It's their best game type, like I said. So it was either win off host or win off host, and that's better than losing on host. So we ended up just giving them the map to host. Took that fairly easy, Detroit, and then we went to, I think Biolab CTF it was, and we won that as well. So I mean, it was all fairly easy up into the phase.
Yeah. Now that phase match was tough. What do you think of that new phase lineup?
I think they're really good. Like I said, the younger, not younger, but who added to that roster is extremely well for them. I think they're all really down-to-earth people. So like I said, they don't have big heads. They can get over criticism really well and work on the things they need to work on. And I kind of ranted about it last night. Everyone does, about host wars and stuff like that. But Huke's host is insane. The kid is really good, but
yeah,
insane. But like I said, they're a really good team no matter what, and I'm sure they're going to show up on LAN when it matters anyway.
Right, and then I know move on, play Optic Gaming. They obviously make that move on Nade Shot, taking a break. Karma coming in. You think they got that much better?
I played Optic at Champs, and they were good there, and I think adding Damon to the lineup is extremely well for them.
Yeah.
I think Damon, he just brings a lot of slang power, more than objective, but I think they can just work on the objective as a team.
I think after a while, we're going to start to see more teams kind of load up on Slayers in Call of Duty. I think that's going to be the way to go. And one quick last question, just overall, on all the roster changes that went down, in your opinion, obviously you played against everybody, have the rosters gotten better on an overall scale, or you think some teams dipped down a little bit?
Yeah, so like I said, I was watching the eSports report all afternoon, and like you said, everybody got better. I don't think any teams really got worse. I think there are some changes that kind of were neutral, and I think most of them made teams better. Like younger talent to these teams, the Envy lineup, 10 win streak in the league, very well. Optic, they've been dominant the entire game. FaZe, they're extremely well. So I think roster change-wise as a whole, I think every team has gotten better.
I tend to agree with you. I think every team, I think the talent's kind of spread out a little bit amongst the teams. But Dedo, thanks for coming on today. Tell all the people in the chat where they can find you. I know you've been streaming a decent amount lately.
Yeah, you can follow my stream at mlg.tv/Dedo, and my Twitter handle is @kdedo, D-E-D-O.
All right, that's Dedo from Isolation. They looked great yesterday in the 10K. Going to be looking for them to make some noise coming up soon. Some of the other tournaments like UMG Ontario, maybe even UGC Niagara coming up soon. But guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. After this, then we're going to do some Overwatches on CSGO, let you guys vote on the person is cheating or not. We'll figure that out after this quick commercial break.